Hello. So, this is, if you haven't guessed, the window. And this is in the Chios Basin, at the top of the Chios mountain range within the Big Bend National Park, which I didn't make it up here last time. Honestly, because I was scared of the road. And, it wasn't that big a deal. I mean, I compared to some of the other things I've been through. But, yeah, it's pretty stunning. You can camp up here, although you think you need to book it like a year in advance. It seems to stay pretty booked up, and there are still bugs, and it's still 94 degrees. Now, that feels rather crisp compared to the 108 degrees that it was down there. Yeah, down there. Down there. It was 108 degrees 30 minutes ago. So, before feels pleasant, especially dry, when it's been 107, 108 all day. That really kind of put a damper on my hiking today. So I've been doing more of a driving tour. I got here last evening, just before sunset, or right after sunset, actually, and just in time to get my scope set up, and kind of like today, these thin clouds you can actually shoot through. And it wasn't this bad. This is worse than it was last night, but yeah, hopefully a couple hours, but I got some pictures in, but nothing earth-shattering like I'd hoped. But yeah, here I am, and I've turned the corner, as obviously, as far as going home. I've been going east now for a couple of days, and a few days actually, and tomorrow I'll make another big chunk move east to Austin. But yeah, I'm gonna spend one more night here. It's hot, actually. About midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, it was fantastic. But just sitting out with the scope until 3 a.m. At that point in time, it was beautiful, temperature-wise. But then I'll go to sleep, at like 3:30, and by the time the sun comes up, by about an hour later, it was too hot to handle. 7:30, I was dying inside the truck. At 8, it was done. So didn't get a whole lot of sleep. Probably won't get a whole lot of sleep tonight. Although I might try to go to bed earlier and just do some timed exposures. But there are plenty of bugs here too, unfortunately. They say it's because it's rained recently. I don't know, but I was supposed to camp in the Rio Grande village, but that place was, I was in there for 5 minutes, and I was utterly attacked just by the Rio Grande River, obviously, and mosquitoes were worse than Florida. It was ridiculous. So I quickly left there and just stayed by a roadside, which would be better for viewing anyways. And there was some traffic late at night, kind of surprisingly, but well, not too bad, and nobody messed with me. So I'm gonna do the same thing tonight. I'm actually, after I leave here, I'm gonna go scope out a site that might be up on a little bluff, and that might be ideal. Get away from these mountains a little bit, because these mountains are tall enough. I mean, this is that peak, not that peak. You can't see. Oh, that peak right there is 7,500 feet. When you're down in the valley, it's a mile higher than you are in the valley. So, because you're only at like 2,500. So, yeah. But anyways, I got to get a move on. But yeah, here's my check-in from here. The rest of this isn't going to be too interesting. I'm going to go to Austin, see a friend, and go to Oracle headquarters. First time I've ever been to Oracle headquarters, 21 years as an employee. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, and I punted. I had a campsite lined up in a state park in Austin, but I decided that after few nights of not very short sleep and very poor sleep, I'm going to get a hotel. So I got it booked a hotel a couple hours ago. So I'll have a hotel tomorrow night. But tonight, one more night camping here in the middle of nowhere, super dark sky with clouds, but hopefully not. Stay tuned.